G'day fellas, welcome to a casted game. Spawning in the south of the map, it's Adney playing the Rus. And his opponent, spawning in the north of the map, it's the Lord himself, Doubt, playing on the French. This match is a match made in heaven. And the reason why is because these two guys are incredibly talented players. Now, I don't know too much about this Adney guy, but I've played against him plenty of times. And I'll be honest with you guys, he's beaten me. He only plays the Rus. Only plays the Rus. There's no other civ he will play. Even on water maps, he plays the Rus. On land maps, he plays the Rus. On any map, like, you take away the civilization, the Rus, and he will still find a way to play the Rus. It's absolute crazy. So we're going to take a look at his build order. We're going to take a look and see what he does in the early game. Already we see in the beginning, he's already got a hunting cabin out. Villagers have gone over and built that hunting cabin out before a minute. Dropping down a house as well. And villagers now out here just going to be gathering. So the map that we're playing on here is, it's not Lipany, it is, can you guys remember what the name of this map is? I can't remember what the name of the map is, but there's no elevation. It's basically like Arabia with a whole bunch of stealth forests. Apologies for not remembering the name. It looks like, Adney has started evolving. He's now doing animation cancelling. So animation cancelling is the way that you can act, or a way that you can control the attack speed of your scout when it's hitting deers. So I don't know whether this is an intended function of the scout. I don't know whether this is going to get changed in the future. Oh my lord, that was the longest sheep herd I've ever seen. Did you guys see that? That was ridiculous. Scout going to be getting a nice friendly hit on the enemy scout as it run past. Picking up a kill on Gaia as well. That was a long distance herd. So we're going to be tuning in with Adney and watching him. So as the in the early game, as the Rus, the primary goal that you have is to kill the Gaia. And that's going to build up your bounty system. And then subsequently, your bounty system is going to reward you with both gold, as you can see right here, and also by increasing your food gather rate. And so each kill that you get is a different value depending on the animal that you kill. And so we can already see Adney having 2 scouts out here, 3rd scout out here, 4th scout out here. Do we have a 5th scout potentially as well for Adney? Nothing yet, just yet at this point. But now going to be pushing out with 4 villagers heading out towards this hunt that is out here. So one of the things that we've seen out of Adney typically in games that he plays is that he will avoid going for a forward hunting cabin like this and will instead bring in these deer. So I'm curious to see if he does go for that option as well. You can see him just still out on this hunt, just killing all the hunts and having an absolute field day. Don't think he's yet to scout this hunt out just yet. We'll take a look at Doubt though and see exactly what he is up to. Going to be able to age up right now. Got more than enough resources to do it. I'd say incorrectly macroing a little bit too much gold there. Going to be dropping down the School of Cavalry with 6 villagers, but pulling a couple off. Now chasing down this bitey infantry right here, and have a look how many scouts are now moving into the base of Doubt. This is beginning to be a bit concerning. So one of the things that we talked about was this early aggression. When you're playing against the Rus, you must bow to them. If the Rus want you to do something, you must do it. And Doubt sort of showing a little bit of lack of experience in the matchup, I would say, against the Rus. Going for what I believe was a forward mining camp, looking to potentially get a town center, and not realizing that he's up against the Rus. And the Rus are just one of those civilizations that will punish you. They can punish you, they will punish you, and we see that happening right now as they burn through the mining camp. Now keep in mind behind this, okay, we've only got the age up landmark going down, at least I think we've only got it. Where is that age up landmark for Adney? Do we not have an age up landmark just yet for Adney? I don't think we do. We're at 4 minutes just yet, and he's still yet to age up. But you can just see how much pressure he's able to put out onto the map. A 5th scout going to be coming out now as well. No further scouts coming out for him, but you can just see how much gold he's managed to stack up at this point. Being able to kill all of these hunts. He's also got a couple of wolves as well, and now going to begin to move to the back of the base. All of these sheep coming along for the ride as well, just hanging out, but going to be able to potentially siege down houses now. And this is part of the reason why, when you're playing against the Rus, you need to be very careful about how you build your base. When it comes to building your base against the Rus, you need all of these houses under here, because they are very aggressive when it comes to early game siege. Keep in mind, all units in Age of Empires, for at least infantry, cavalry, that are melee, they all have the same siege. and that's because they do torch damage. So you can see right here, it's 10 torch damage that they do. And scouts are quite cheap, so it's very effective for you to siege with scouts because they're cheap and they do the same damage as a man-at-arms, which is an expensive unit. And so here we see Doubt beginning to siege, Adney apply pressure to Doubt and put him in a bit of a difficult spot. If we take a look at through the Fog of War, Doubt is training up a Royal Knight. At least I'm led to believe it's a Royal Knight. Yes, it is a Royal Knight. You can see it in queue down there to the south, or to the bottom of the screen. So he's going to have that Royal Knight out now very shortly, and that's going to force his opponent to move back. But it's important to remember here that as a result of doing this, Adney hasn't really done or created any issue, or he doesn't have any problems right now. Like, he has just forced his opponent to make a Royal Knight, which he was going to do anyway. But he's really just, he's having a good time as a consequence. Wolf in here as well. Ideally, Adney probably should have tried to get the kill on that rather than running away here. I'd love to see Adney just get 2 more scouts in the transition period, just to enable him to pick up an entire hunt as he does it. Now we've got a bit of an issue because Adney has gone for a forward Kremlin and now has villagers that are going to potentially be going down. First villager going to be going down. Second villager going to be going down as well. Knight coming in, going to be taking out a third villager here. Adney in a bit of a difficult spot. 200 HP on this. It looks like it's probably going to get up, but at what cost? 5 villagers go down in total against Adney, and Doubt really displaying his prowess in the matchup right here. And once again, I talked about it earlier. I said I don't normally see Rus players going for this early or this forward Kremlin like this, and I think Adney was definitely playing it a little bit too greedy with this, and as a consequence, he is now in a dire position. We see that he is lacking a little bit of wood right now. He's got plenty of gold under his belt though, but he really wants to get that upgrade. He can't quite afford professional scouts just yet, and he's been so greedy to get the hunting upgrade in the first age as well before this. So really curious to spot that out from Adney. So now we've got knights that are just slowly hovering around the base. He looks like he's baiting them over towards the Kremlin, wants them to get some shots off. You see the Kremlin does 12 bow damage compared to the Royal Knight, which has got 3 armor, so it's a total of 9 damage that's coming through out on those units. Now, keep in mind that in addition to the French having access to the knights in Age 2, the Rus have also got access to the knights in Age 2, which means that, oh my lord, he is so greedy. He's gone for a double TC behind this. He's got 400 stone. Ladies and gentlemen, what is Adney up to today? He is going absolutely bonkers. If I was a betting man, I would say that Adney is not respecting the Lord right now, because that is absolute insanity. He's gone for forward Kremlin double TC with a triple TC potential opening right here. This is wild. Villagers now going to get picked up on the south. He's already lost 5 villagers. That's going to be 6. That's going to be 7 that goes down. Probably going to get an 8th one right here. We see a couple scouts looking to potentially force him back, and unfortunately going to be losing those 8 villagers. But obviously on the double TC, he's going to be able to elevate his villager count swiftly, but it's one of those things where really you have to ask the question, is it worth it? If you're going for early game hunting, if you're going to be getting professional scouts, which he is getting professional scouts, is it really worth to be going 2 town centers as well? There is a huge risk that you've potentially got here, because your opponent's got a massive timing window now, because you are investing resources in your economy. And you need to consider this. This is going to take time for you to have those paid off. And in the meantime, your opponent, if they're going 1 base, which I suspect Doubt is probably doing, we take a look. Never mind. Doubt's going with a 2nd TC as well. All right, Doubt. Did Doubt actually scout that out? Doubt did scout that out. So you can see it right here. Must have spotted it with a knight. He's gone for a 2nd town center himself. But villager count, we'll take a look at the 2. 36 villagers for Doubt. His opponent sitting on 28. So relatively even at the moment on these 2 players. But I would definitely say that at the moment, Doubt looking ahead by a significant amount. The fact that he was able to take out those villagers in the early game really forced that Kremlin off. It feels very good for him to be able to do that. Now, if I was Adney, I'm just going to take a quick look. So if I was Adney, the way I would have played this, I would have played it a little bit differently. So I would have gone for Kremlin on this gold mine instead of Kremlin up the front. And then 2nd town center, I would have put it over here on this wood line here. That would have been my play. But obviously, we all play it differently. That's why we are, I guess, at the end of the day, human. But now, Doubt going to be catching a little bit of Adney red-handed right now. Going to be running away with those carcasses. And once again, taking those carcasses right out from the villagers of Doubt, undoubtedly. So now leaves a little bit, I guess, a question to be answered. What is going to be the response from Doubt? Obviously, you can see him camping on these hunts. Adney knows that if he comes back in here, he's going to be potentially at risk of losing his scouts. And ideally, he wants to keep them alive. Going to be going up for... Is this... I don't even know what this wall is designed to do right here. But Adney, just, you know, obviously deciding that it's worth putting this one down. More knights down to the south, just preventing any potential expansion down there as well. And Adney bringing these bad boys back right underneath. Keep in mind that this guy can only house 8 villagers. So if you were to check how many villagers are out here at the moment, there's 5. So they're going to all be able to get in underneath and nice and safe. But continuing to move out, Adney is now towards this hunt, and it's a bit of a difficult spot because now knights are going to be coming in down towards the south. I love that you hear their voices, because that actually alerts you that, hey, something is about to happen. It wasn't, if it wasn't for that voice, I wouldn't have known that that was about to happen right there. So very cool. At the same time, Adney moving back towards the north, really wants to go and steal these carcasses out from under Doubt's nose, so be curious to see whether he can do that. More knights down here towards the south on Adney's base, and a bit of a difficult spot for him because he's got military production buildings in a forward location. I do like his choice to do this, but his enemy is sitting right on top of that, and he's going to be able to continue to kill these units as they come out, and at the same time going to be able to produce more units back from their base. So really, I guess the question is it worth it? And there you see, once again, Adney stealing away the hunt from his enemy. Really, really cheeky and actually going the wrong way. Going to potentially get picked up by a couple Royal Knights. You're going to be dropping that carcass down. 1, 2, 3 hits on it. There's the third one. Here comes the fourth knight, trying its best, not managing to hit it in time, and going to be able to get away with that deer carcass. At the same time, it looks like a villager or an archer. No, it was a villager. Did go down. 10 idols at the moment for Adney. He's not feeling the best. 40 villagers at the moment for him. Still looking pretty darn decent, I'll be honest with you guys. We'll take a look over at his opponent, Doubt, see how he's doing. Up to 52 villagers now, and Doubt really beginning to pull out a lead. Primary thing for Doubt at the moment is that he doesn't have a safe source of food, or at least a safe and productive source of food. There is plenty of berries up here towards the north, but for anybody who's in the know, will know that berries do not gather anywhere near as quickly as the deer do. But now we've got ourselves a raid down here at the south. Adney looks like he might have fallen asleep at the keyboard. More villagers going to be going down here. Adney really has just decided that he's just going to leave his villagers out in the cold on the tundra right here as they fight on the map. I think the map was Lipany, if I remember correctly. Now finally waking up and realizing he's under attack at multiple points, and Lipany Doubt looks like he's come out with the victory, just putting Adney in the grave. Absolutely well played from Doubt. Insane stuff. And you see a nice little lance twirl right there. Did you just see it at the end? He just swung his lance around and said, yeah, that was easy. That was easy. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're watching this on Twitch, well, same goes to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. I enjoyed that game. We got to see a great game there. It really goes to show that if you're playing the Rus, you can't be overly confident in the same way that Adney was. You saw he had all of those scouts out there killing mining camps, killing houses, yet still, Doubt was able to take advantage of it. He was able to capitalize on it. Incredibly well played to Doubt. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.